So the session is recorded, and so today I'm going to talk about, as I said, what is cloud computing and the different types of cloud. And I'll also try to explain you what are the benefits of cloud computing, and also I try to explain you what are the different Azure services in terms of compute, in terms of storage, in terms of database, networking, and what are the infrastructure, because Azure is a global infrastructure which is basically on the region and availability zones and data centers. And then I will talk about, if time permit, I will talk about Azure Resource Manager and what is Azure subscriptions, what is resource group, and how to what are the different resources and small details. Okay, so let's begin with this without any further delay, and I'm going to share my screen.
Okay, sir.
I think let me share a window. I'm going to share a Word documents. I have not added mic today, so I hope you can hear me fine. If any time you feel that my voice is not audible, please do let me know. Okay, please give me thumbs up. Uh, Even you are not able to speak, if you are listening, just give a thumbs up. Interactions, there's option to, you know, you can give a emoji of thumbs up so that I can able to see that you are able to hear me properly. Or you can
Yes, yes.
interrupt me if any questions in between. So let me try to teach you on this in this way. So basically, cloud computing, right?
Yes.
So first of all, I want to know what what we know is aware of cloud computing. What is cloud computing?
See, cloud computing is a service for it is used for infrastructure. For building the for infrastructure, we use cloud computing. So
Okay.
in cloud, we can store the data. Uh, we can uh, we can control the network traffic in the cloud, and
Okay.
we can give the users roles and permissions. Like which user has to which role, like permissions, like what permissions are they have to give, like for downloading some software. In cloud, we can give it.
Okay.
Uh, and database also, we can create databases. We can manage a database from that.
Okay.
Apart from that, yes, this is what I know. Basic. What do I learn from like this thing?
Okay. So you said almost you have said correctly. So basically, it is referred to delivery of computing service. Computing services. It may be, for example, as you said, it may be storage, it may be database, or it may be servers,
Yes.
okay, or it may be networking, or maybe some other software like you can also use, and maybe analytics, or maybe some monitoring.
AI tools also there in cloud.
AI tools, yes, AI tools is also there, correct. So, but these things we can use over the internet, right? From the
Yes.
internet. So you need a internet connection, and then you can able to connect to the cloud services provider. So instead of you owning your IT infrastructure, so IT infrastructure, what we are doing with this infrastructure, okay. So what we are achieving with the cloud computing, IT infrastructure, the one term,
Ye-
one word, IT infrastructure,
Yes.
okay. And we are renting, you know, we are renting the resources from the tell me This
From the services, from the Azure.
yes, right. From the cloud provider. Okay. It may be AWS. It may be Azure. It may be, you know, uh, GCP, Google's cloud provider. Okay. So there are three major cloud provider, which is very much used. If you if you talk about like mostly, I will go GCP. I will rate GCP like very rarely used. I have not seen people who working on
Yeah,
GCP,
it's
right?
even expensive also. GCP is a bit expensive also.
Okay, you are correct. Okay, maybe this is because of expensive. Okay, that's why I have seen that in many of the projects I worked in my career, I worked more than 15 plus project, like 15, 20 project I have worked. I have not seen GCP, even I have not seen any unit, like, I don't know, in different companies, like very like out of 10, one project is GCP. I guess you are correct. It's because of expensive, but the AWS and Azure is highly, competitive to each other. And so now this is the first part. Now come to the second part. Second part, and now here is one question for you. Here is one question for you. I will ask you on this call only. Like, why we go for cloud computing?
Okay,
Single word.
cheaper,
Hmm?
cheaper.
You say cheaper.
Yes.
Okay. Any other word?
Uh, so okay, other word, like one second. Cost effectiveness.
You say cheaper. What is the difference between cheaper and cost?
Both are same only, like cost is very low compared to other services. See, now servers, I'll give you example. Now servers and all, if you want to like set up in the company, we need a lot of money for the server and a
Hmm.
lot of things we need. Manually, we have to do it. So in
Hmm.
cloud, okay, we can the tool itself, we can create number of virtual machines and servers.
Hmm. Hmm. But
So
go ahead, go ahead.
so it's very this thing reliable.
Okay, you can say it's reliable. Correct, it's reliable. It reliable. You can also say it's. You can also say sorry. You can also say it's scalable.
So what do you mean scalable, sir?
Scalable means like suppose say for example, I am giving an example like what is scalable. Say for example, if you have a laptop of 4 GB, right? When you buy a laptop, you go for buying a laptop, you have a configuration of 4 GB and 4 GB RAM, all those RAM, and then 256 SSD, and then rest of the GPU or CPU. So now, if you want to do a scale up, you know, if you want to do a scalability of your machine, you want to increase the power of your resource, power. You can say a word power. So in that case, you can upgrade your RAM, right? Upgrade your RAM, right?
Okay, okay, understood. Okay.
So a scalable is means what how you are going to scale up, and scale up is of two type. One is vertical scalable, and the other one is
Horizontal.
yes, correct. Vertical, already then we just need to vertical and horizontal is scalable. So there are two types. If you put the resource on a single CPU, and if you put the resource on parallel, if you have one laptop, you added the 4 GB to 8 GB, and if you have buy another laptop of 4 GB, okay, so horizontal and vertical, right? Parallel, you can say. Okay, so you're absolutely great. Now come to the second part. Okay, second part's types of cloud. Okay,
Infrastructure as a cloud, platform as a platform PaaS, SAS, software as a
okay,
service,
okay.
platform as a service.
Okay. So, okay, you are correct. You are correct. You are absolutely correct. Okay, IaaS, PaaS, and SaaS, right? Obviously, this is infrastructure as a service, right? So, this is absolutely correct. To resource as a virtual machine and virtual storage. I will come to these things later. What is the difference between IaaS, PaaS, SaaS? So, there is slightly difference between how to use Amazon or Netflix or YouTube as a SaaS or PaaS. Okay. But the thing is, from the Azure point of view, that there, if you talk about cloud computing, what are the different types of cloud? Like, what are the different types of cloud?
Okay. Understood. Like a public, private, and hybrid.
Yes, public, private, and
Private and hybrid.
yes. So there are three type of public, private, and hybrid. Okay, public, private, and hybrid. Public resources managed by Amazon or AWS or Azure.
Okay.
Private, all the cloud infrastructure. Okay. Public managed by cloud provider. Okay. Private managed by you, right? Managed by you means
User.
your,
User.
yeah, your organization or any user, right? You're correct. Individual entity, right? Individual entity, I can say. And hybrid means, any idea on hybrid?
Hybrid remote.
You are a little bit correct, but yeah, you're correct. It's combination of public plus private, right?
Okay.
I want some service from the cloud. I want some services in-house, on-prem. You want
Okay.
your security things in your organization and your database part in your organization, but you want your normal VPN connectivity, your normal network, your normal storage. Sensitive data you keep in your organization. You got my point?
Yes, sir.
It is flexible, right? It is flexible. Flexible, like what services. So there are 10 services. Now your architect will decide out of 10 services, shall I go 7 services on the cloud, database, storage, networking, or few of the services, few of the component. I want to use our own servers. That is enough. I don't need cloud because data is very sensitive. So when we train the model in the AI, you train the model with some different images. Like if you ask for the AI to give the image of Rahul, it will give you because it trained by the data. It trained by that image. Okay. So the thing is that why I'm correlating, it's able to give you data, right? So AI getting the image, all the LLM, LangChain, RAG. So there's advanced AI topic. So in hybrid mode, you can use public and private combination of these two, and your architect will decide. So now the third part is, so these are the different types of cloud. Now come to third part. Third part is what is benefits. We already discussed a little bit, but just a more detail. This will also help you from the exam point of view. So benefits of cloud computing, right? So I will, you already say cost saving. That is absolutely correct. Cost saving. The second one
Reliable.
is yeah, you can say reliable, but I will put second one is
Scalability.
scalability. The most you whatever you say, it's all of them correct. But here, when you give any exam like Azure AWS, it asks for the you want to give, you will give a perfect choice, right? There's a four option. Out of four, all other three may be correct, okay? But you need to select the one which is absolutely 100% perfect matching, 100% score, right? Correct. Other are also correct, but not with comparison with the other options. So here I am not able to add reliable. Scalability is the better option. And the third is high availability, right? High availability. So this is very useful word, this four, and security. So this is the major which I feel the most important benefit. The first in the order of
Sir, like, what do you mean by high availability? Like regions, like what are
good point.
regions? That is really
Good
right.
point. Yeah, good point. So basically, your cloud component are divided into different regions,
Regions,
right?
yes.
Regions and different available data centers across all over the world, available regions and then sub-regions, so on. I will go into that detail, but there are means if you have one data that is available in two different regions. If you see your, you know, if you log in with your ID, you can check, right? East US, West US, East Asia. They are different,
Yeah,
different
Mumbai. Yeah,
regions.
Mumbai. Yeah, Mumbai. India, Mumbai.
Yes, yes. In India, there are so several
Mumbai.
regions are there. Okay, okay. So it means you put the resource in different two region. If something mishappening happen, something natural disaster happen, right? In one of the region, okay. If earthquake will happen, right? All the data center will lost. Okay, but it is not. It's very rare chance to earthquake in two different part of the world. So your data is secured because the data is available in two different region. One is in Asia, one is in America, one is in US West, US East. In America, there's also US West, US East. So most of the time, if you see US East and US West, we select those options. But what I'm trying to say, so it means your data. But what happens if you have the one server and you keep your data on that one server? Okay, if your server crash, you go on, you've lost everything. Okay, your data is lost. And there may be very important data, but you lost all the data just because of you have not available, you have not created the replica of, your system is just one virtual machine. So in this case, it is very important to save your data in different places, right? So in that case, high availability. And the fourth one is security. So cloud providers offer robust security features, right? It does very, top class security. I will go into that detail. What are the security layer? What are the different things? But the high level, these four are the enough benefit of cloud computing. Okay.
Okay, sir. Done, sir.
So now let's move on to the second part. Okay, of my session. So here I will explain you about overview of Microsoft Azure. Okay. So basically, Microsoft Azure is a cloud platform that offers a wide range of cloud services, including compute power, storage options, networking, and more. Right? As I said, like whenever you need a cloud provider, you may need all those infrastructures, right? In terms of storage, networking. So basically, it's allow your organization to build, deploy, and manage. Okay, right? You are
Yes,
getting
sir.
me?
Yeah, I'm getting you, sir.
So it means you can build, you can deploy, and you can manage application. What does mean by manage application? Say, for example, if you have company has lots of application, you know, Java application, C++ application, all are deployed into that cloud. So you can build, deploy and manage application through Microsoft data centers. So now let's come to just a moment. Now let's come to what are the different Azure services. Okay. So the important services, I'm just going to write for compute.
Oh, like creating instances. I mean, what is compute? Like creating instances.
Compute means your virtual machines, right? Your
Okay, okay.
containers, your functions, app services. So in compute, you have VM, you have containers, Docker, Kubernetes, all those VM containers, app services, and then functions. So these are the things inside compute. Okay. VM is virtual machine, containers, your all those containers, services, and the functions. Okay. Now come to storage. Azure also provide to store the data like blob
Blobs.
storage.
Yeah, correct. Blob.
Yes, correct. You are correct. Disk storage. So there are different way that you can store.
What do you mean blobs, sir? Like that one?
Okay, just a moment.
Okay.
So these are the things. So blob, like basically it's a binary large object, right? So for example, like if you have a strings, blob strings, like can be like long, like 12147 comma 483 467 character long. So blob is basically a collection of data of an high size, like it do not have any specific format basically. So it's contained in a binary large object and is a collection of data basically, and it is used basically it is used for unstructured data in binary
Okay.
format. Like so these are the basic things, but the thing is that in storage we have blob storage, disk storage, file storage, and more. It's not just limited to this. Okay, so when I give some example, it means it's a basic one, it's a highly popular one, but other than this there are also some other compute services. There is also other storage services. Now database, which database you are aware of?
Oracle, sir. Oracle SQL.
Oracle,
Oracle Microsoft
SQL,
and
did
Microsoft, sir.
Microsoft, correct, Postgres.
Postgre, MariaDB, MongoDB.
Yes, correct. You know everything. You know MariaDB, that is very good. MongoDB. So there are different databases that all the database available inside Azure. So it means there's nothing like that this is not available. All the database instances is available. You can use those databases. So there are different database types. For example, row base, column base, row column base, HBase database, MongoDB, how it works like row-oriented column, RDBMS is a relational database. Okay, so it is the things right storage.
RDB, you're telling RDBMS, right?
Yeah, SQL. Yeah.
I've learned till like from 2019. I've learned a little bit of SQL, sir. Like
Okay.
running the queries and all. I mean, bad luck was there. Like, I mean, I didn't get that time, work this thing. Well, yeah, I've learned from YouTube all these things. I've gone through YouTube videos.
Okay.
But
Okay.
yeah,
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So correct. Correct. So the thing is then. So these are the important services: compute for storage for database. And now what is remaining? The important one. Tell me.
networking,
Yeah. Networking.
like creating
Or
VLANs, virtual networks. Okay,
correct, VPN.
and security,
You, yes,
firewall, firewall.
yes, firewall. traffic manager. So okay. So these are the Azure services, and this is the benefit of cloud computing. Just to highlight this, why cloud computer we'll discuss, and then different types of cloud we have discussed. Okay, and some basic of cloud computing. Right. So now, now, so now I'm going to talk about Azure global infrastructure. So global infrastructure means across world. So I will show you in the next class like the different regions and different availability zones. So for now, just remember these names, regions, and then availability
Availability zones.
zones. Yeah. So I have one region has many availability zones, right?
Yeah, yeah, yes, yes. Like US has different regions. I
Yes.
mean, yeah, correct. Like same thing like EC2 only, right? Elastic DC2 instances. In Amazon,
Correct.
in AWS, same thing, right?
Correct. And Azure, we also regions, availability zones. So concept wise, both the same. If you learn one cloud, just see the other cloud provider also giving the same thing. Then, but might be some different name, right? EKs or AKs. So there are slightly difference in naming convention, but the concept is remains same. So what we are going to learn a concept, right? So the concept and skills is very important. Now, so these are the things like regions, availability zones, and let me show you uh, just a moment, and let me complete this. The Azure architecture, I want to share it. Okay. So what I'm trying to see, if I go with this detail, uh, you can also check like regions and available zone and data sensor. You can read more about this, and I will try to go with other details as well at the same time. Um, so basically, now this is the global infrastructure. Now come to the architect, right? Azure
Oh,
architect.
architecture. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Even the okay, every cloud has architecture, right?
Yeah. So architecture, like, so how they, you means like base, what is the base? What are the different component? Okay. So and what are the, then we'll discuss about the core Azure services, like as we said, compute services, virtual machine, app services, Azure function, storage function, networking, database. Then I will discuss about Azure pricing and support. And then you can, then the basic is over, right? Azure basic part is over. Then we can go into deep dive of each of the services. But here the thing is uh, Azure Resource Manager. So first thing is, what is Azure Resource Manager? Okay. So Azure Resource Manager, any idea on this?
No, no, Sajid. I didn't like. I didn't know this.
Okay. So basically it's a deployment and management services.
Okay.
Okay. For Azure. Anything we are discussing about Azure, so it's only for Azure, but I just need to pull the name. Okay. So, so, so the important things, the question arises, what it does, what it provides. So it enables you to, number one, create, update, and delete. Create, update, and delete resources in your Azure account.
Like what do you delete, update, Sajid? Like what do you exactly delete that in this Azure Resource Manager?
Okay, so inside Azure Resource Manager, right, you have the option to create that resource, right?
Okay.
So yeah, so what does mean? You need to create a resource, right? It is a management layer, okay?
Okay.
Deployment and management service, as I said. So it's contain different web app, virtual machines. So every resources are part of resource management, ARM. Okay, your database, your web app, your virtual machine. So that is part of ARM. So ARM is a top level, right? Azure Resource Manager. This is the boss. Okay. Hello.
Yeah, yeah, correct, correct. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a management layer. It is a boss that enables you. Due to this, you can create, update, and delete resources in your account. Okay. And there are lots of things like what is resource group, what is resource provider. So what is the benefit of manager? Okay. And then it will come to management groups, subscriptions, resource groups, resources. So, and then what is resource group? But on a high level, if you talk about Azure Resource Manager, it is a deployment and management service for Azure. Okay. I will share the one link to you
Okay.
to read that on the WhatsApp. I will share. Okay, after
Okay,
this
sir.
call, I will share. Okay, so you can go through with Azure Resource Manager, and if you understand this, then it's very good. Okay, so it's a unified way to manage and control your access resources. So it is kind of, you know, it's manage your resources, the resource that you create and update and you can delete. So it is the main master resource. So you can say master. Okay, you got it.
Yes, sir.
Now let's talk about Azure subscription resource group. Do not confuse with resource manager and resource groups. Okay, and resources. Okay, so subscription is basically a container for your Azure resources. Like so, like what the basic example, like if you want to see any movie, like any matches which is not available on, you know, in your normal DTS. So what you have to, if you want to see any movie which is not available on YouTube or anything,
Oh,
so what you have to do?
I'll go to torrent.
Sorry?
Torrent.
Yeah, that is a good answer, but you need to choose the most appropriate options. So, so here, any other guess?
We have to subscribe in Netflix or Amazon.
Yes. So in that way, you need a subscription. You remember when we have done on that day when you are creating the account, you pay some rupees, some amount is
Yeah, yeah,
television bill.
correct, correct,
You
correct.
have a subscriptions, right? To do a 1 month free, and please always keep, whenever you are doing something on your Azure as a part of exercise when we do, then you can also check that what is the amount incurred or how much it's left, something like that. It will able to show you on that limit and the alert that we have created on the previous class. So Azure subscription is basically a container for your Azure resources. And each subscriptions, its own set of resources, billing and access control.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So you can create multiple subscription for, or maybe it's just a billing and access control. We will go into more detail later, but you can just for now you can understand it's a kind of billing and access control. Okay. Now resource group and resources. So basically your if container like a resource group hold are related resources. So one resource is part of one resource group, right? One resource is part of one resource group. So when we do a lab, when we do some hands-on,
Yeah, it will come to know. I'll come to know. Real time, I'll come to know.
so the resource group is a, you can say resources is a subset of resource group, and your resource group is a subset of subscription. So inside subscription, you have resource group, and then you have the resources, and finally the resources. You create the resources, the actual service, right? The actual services like VM, DB, okay, or storage, etc. So the actual resource, and you can create it in as a resource, and then one resource is part of one resource group. For the resource group, which is a basically logical, you can say logical container as well. We can say it's the logical container. That is a good term to use, logical container. So in your exam, if it is asked like what is the resource group, so just remember logical container for your Azure resources, for Azure resources. Okay. Now the important things that we'll try to cover in the next class. Azure portal, so portal review, and we will see dashboard, how portal look like, and we will explore resource group. Okay.
Okay,
And
sir.
then you try to create a resource.
Okay, done, sir.
It is your homework or classwork also. You have to
Okay.
read this. You have to explore your Azure portal. You have to see where the resource group option. You have to see where to create a resource. On the next class, you can share the screen, and I will explain you how you can how you can create create the resources. And then now the this part is almost done. Now let me come to core Azure services. So this is your number 4. You can say, sorry. Okay. And this you can say Azure architecture, where Azure architecture. This you can say number 3. Okay. And then you can overview of Microsoft Azure, and put this as a second. And now the basic intro. So this you can keep as a number 1. Okay, number 1. Let me do something.
Can you share me in this mail, this document?
Yeah. I'll do what I can do. I can try to post in my blog. and you can read this. Okay.
Okay, Sajid.
I will try to modify a few things, some more readable. And then I will, oh my God. Now come to number 4, core Azure services. Now this time it is taking 5. That is good. Okay. I just keep it in placeholder. Okay. So core Azure services, what does it mean? Any idea?
No, sir, I don't know that. No, never heard it.
So we already we discussed, right? The compute services.
You mean that Docker, Kubernetes, all this thing, right?
No, no, wait. No, we discussed about compute service, right? We discussed about storage services. So compute services, storage services, and then networking services, and then database services. Database services. Okay. So all the this, so this is the very core services, core core layer, core architecture services, which is very important because this you can't able to do any work. Okay, you can't able to do any migration when you have the project you want to migrate into cloud. Okay, so you need all the computer, not its compute services. In compute services, an example, VM. VM is which able to do a computing power
Virtual
resource
machines,
CPU.
virtual machines.
Yeah, CPU, GPU. It's similar to your physical computers. Okay,
Okay.
and app services. So basically, app services, which is a platform as a service, PaaS, you can say, building and hosting web applications, RESTful API and mobile backends. You can create and without managing the underlying infrastructure. So app services also is a part of compute. Azure function. Azure functions is again a serverless compute that will help you to run your code. Okay, so inside Azure services you can run a code. You can run a Java code, you can run a Python code. Okay, so Azure functions is very important. App services, which is a, you can say, as a PaaS, perform as a services for building and hosting web application. So whenever you create any application, you need to deploy. So you can deploy inside the app services, right?
Like LAMP, LAMP style, LAMP.
Yeah. Say for example, you deploy your services somewhere, right? How you have a war file, ER file, you deploy it somewhere. So similarly, you can deploy these services inside the app services, which is a platform as a service offering for building and hosting web application. For whatever you create any web application, you can deploy inside that app services. Okay. For example, any web application. In Azure function, you can run a code. Okay. Come to the storage services. So in storage, you have blob.
Blob,
Okay.
blob, and file transfer. Disk and file.
Yes. Yes. Disk and file. Very good. Disk, disk, disk and file storage. Okay. So these are the major. Blob is object storage. It is for object storage. Okay. Storage for unstructured data. Basically, it is for unstructured data. You know what is structured data? What is unstructured data?
Structured data is heterogeneous elements, and unstructured, like I don't know, unstructured, like it's like non-heterogeneous.
Yeah. So unstructured means it's containing different, like say unjunk data, kind of
Oh,
audio,
like yeah,
images.
like
Yes.
spam,
Yeah. Yeah.
like spam
So
data, junk files, all these
so
things.
there are two type of data. One is structured data. One is unstructured data. In structured data, it means a proper format. Say, for example,
Like I can say readable format. Unstructured
yes,
is unreadable format.
yes, and audio, images, video. These all are unstructured data, right? And okay, so the next thing is disk storage, which is a like persistence, high performance storage for your virtual machine. And this file storage where you can create, manage files, shares files, SMB
Oh,
protocol.
like NAS server. In Windows, there is a called NAS. So
Yes,
we can
yes,
share the
right.
data through NAS. Okay.
Yeah, NAS. I have used NAS also earlier. And
Nice.
then, correct. Storage services and then
FTP also,
networking,
bro. FTP also.
FTP. Okay, good thoughts. And networking, you
Uh,
can,
Traffic control, VPN, traffic control,
yes,
load balancer,
yes.
and creating VLANs, virtual LANs,
Mm-hmm.
firewall,
Mm-hmm. Very good. Correct. VNets, load balancer is there.
firewall,
Correct. VPN
uh,
gateway.
and what else? Firewall, load traffic, controlling the traffic,
Yes,
traffic.
traffic. So all the networking related work come under networking services. Come to the database services like,
Azure, Oracle,
yeah,
Azure SQL, Oracle SQL,
correct,
Oracle
correct,
database,
correct,
MongoDB, MariaDB, PostgreSQL.
correct, correct. Azure SQL database, Cosmos DB,
Sir,
Postgres.
I have one doubt. What about Google? Which database they are using?
Sorry.
If say, Azure, we have Microsoft, okay. Microsoft SQL, they'll be using Microsoft this thing SQL. Oracle company, they'll have Oracle this thing. AWS, they have this thing on the database. What about Google? Which
So
database they're
Google,
using?
Google database, you can say Cloud SQL. So Google is also cloud like. So whatever the services, like you're talking about the GCP, you have the Microsoft. So Google Cloud SQL is the managed database services that allow you to run Microsoft SQL Server, MS SQL, or Postgres,
Oh,
or you talk
okay.
about several like big table, like Google use some big table for services like Google Earth, Google Map. So the big table, file store, memory store. So there are different things. And in the cloud, like whatever you have, Postgres, MySQL. So Google Cloud is also supporting these things, right? These databases.
Yes,
Google
yes.
Google Cloud database. Okay. So now database, this is your database services. Okay. Got it?
Got it, sir.
Now the last for today is Azure pricing and supports. Okay. So you remember we have some pricing calculator, right? Whenever you use any pricing calculator, whenever you use any Azure subscription or services, so there is a pricing calculator which is a tool to estimate the cost of your various Azure services, right?
Yes, sir.
Cost of your Azure services. So say for example, in exam, it is asked, what is the Azure pricing and cost management? What is Azure pricing calculator? So you can put as a tool to estimate the cost of your various Azure services or Azure services. Some people say Azure, some say Azure. So it's your call. So Azure services based on your expected usage, right?
Yes, yes.
Based on your usage. Okay. So the pricing is calculated. So which services you have used, the amount that you fix for 1,000, it's very minimal, but you can check what is the cost whenever you done your exercise. You need to delete it. So once the lab will start, Azure cost management and then Azure cost management. This is the second thing, right? So it's basically create kind of report. Okay, it's maybe it's a report, budget and alert, what we have done previously. Okay,
Okay, sir.
so it's mean that I can manage,
Managing.
yes, cloud expanding in terms of report, budget, alert. So what we have done on the previous class, we have created an alert, we have created a budget. So that comes under the Azure cost management, right? So this is Azure pricing and support. So first thing, it is Azure pricing and cost management. This is the first part.
Okay, sir.
Okay. And now you can also think of Azure free account, right? So it's like 12 months. People some say 12 months, okay, of free, okay, or basically you can take $200 free. So there's amount that is given by Microsoft Azure for 1 year, which is $200 for for 30 days. That is also click for for the for the first 30 days you need to use. Okay, so Azure services for free for 12 months. Few of the services is free for 12 months, and few services you can use within 30 days, right? If there are 10 services, you got my point. If there are 10 services, might be simple, few services. 2 services are free for 1 year, but 8 services is available for free for just for 1 month, or even not only for 1 month. It's have a limited $200 fixed price. Okay, if it is go beyond that, it is chargeable. So you need to consume this $200 for the first 30 days, right?
Correct, sir.
Okay, and then the third point is Azure support plans, right? So now there are different plans given by Azure. One is basic, one is developer, standard, and
Professional.
professional direct.
What is
Mhm.
standard and professional direct?
So basic is free support with access to documentation and community forum, right? You have a
Okay.
Microsoft
Okay.
Learn. You're able to read the blogs. Developer for testing and development, and for standard, like if you have something which is production, right? Very production deployed, very systems and modules component that you need to deploy onto the productions, then you need to go for the standard plan, right? Because the basic plan does not work for your organization, right? Developer plan does not work for your organization because it's just for development and testing. So you need an standard plan for the production workload support, 24/7 support. If any issue, if you have accessing the free and developer cloud, if you face any issue, to whom you need to contact? You need to contact right? Support. So in that
Yes.
case, a standard plan is there. A standard plan is there, right? And the last one is professional direct, which is very mission critical applications, like very higher level support. So there might be in support of two types. If you have professional direct, you get the support in within 5 minutes or 10 minutes. But maybe in the standard support, you will get it within 8 hours or within one day. So it's vary from plan to plan. So these are the plans. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So now in the next class, what I try to do this part.
Yeah, dashboard and yeah, I will do it. Yeah, tomorrow I'll do it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we will do it Azure portal review. We will do it the dashboard. We will do it the resource group. We will try to create a resource. And if you have any doubt on this topic, you can ask 1, 2, 3 questions, and I'll try to answer.
Study today. Today I'll sit and study for 2 hours, 1 hour like that. Then tomorrow I'll come up with doubts. Because what you explained me, I want to read it. Like what did I know from my
Yes.
side? So I have
Yes.
I'll revise from my side and come back to you
Yes.
tomorrow. What are the doubts am I having?
Yes. So can you open that PPT and share me?
Yeah, I'll
Share
share you
the
the screen.
screen.
Yeah,
Share the screen.
you share me this thing, sir. This document. Are you able to see, sir? My this thing.
Yeah. So just use this heading, Introduction to Cloud Computing. Sorry. In the day wise. Let me stop this sessions.
Okay, fine. Stop the session,
Stop
please.
the recording. Yeah.
Yeah.